Hey, here we are. Lesson 9 in the FS Academy series of lessons. This is going to be the UK bush trip. We're back in the Cessna 152. Been through lesson 1, which was basic VFR, 2, which was approach, 3, which was circuits, 4, which was the local flight, 5, which was night VFR, 6 was... what was 6? Was 6 abnormal procedures? No, 6 was crosswinds, 7 was abnormal procedures, and then 8 was the mountain flying. And then now we're going to go for lesson 9. As you can see, it's going to be a 55 nautical mile, 25-minute trip from Elstree to Biggin Hill, and then another 51 nautical miles, 24 minutes from Biggin Hill to Shoreham. And then this is going to pull together all of the elements of the previous 8 lessons, and bring in VFR flight, visual flight rules, obviously, flying by references, visual reference points, maintaining an altitude that keeps us out of controlled airspace. So this will be good. I've done this before. I don't remember it entirely. Some of it's vaguely coming back to me. So when it happens in the flight, I'm quite sure I'll go, oh yeah, I remember now. But that was back when I think I had the Pimax 5K X, and definitely when I had the RTX 3080. So the new experiences all around. So let me take it off of the manual. Okay, why do we not have Navigraph charts showing? Did I forget to open it? Let's go and open Navigraph charts. No, the charts are open. Okay, there you go. Just good old-fashioned IT. Turn it off, turn it back on again. Okay, let's set it to zoom in on the aircraft, percent on the aircraft. Let's zoom in. Surprised it hasn't done so already though. Let's see what happens when I hit start. Okay. No instructor. Let's take this VFR map and move it out of the way. So we're going to depart Elstree, cross the M1, and before reaching the cemetery turn east. Then we're going to head That's going to be annoying. then we're going to continue eastbound to the golf course, which is the visual reference point at Chipping Barnet, and to stay below Class A London Terminal Manoeuvring Area, which starts at 2,500 feet, so I've got to stay below 2,500 feet. Piper arrow over there. And then we're going to head to the Banbury Reservoir. So it's to the south of the two larger bodies of water, looking for traffic to and from the Stapleford Airfield, which will be on our left. To our right, Brentford will pick out the London skyline as we run parallel the Thames. Again, still staying below 2,500 feet. Then we'll hit the M25, junction 29. Then Dartford Bridge, heading south to follow the M25. We want to keep it on our left. Then we'll pass Brands Hatch, where we'll make a left turn. Then Sevenoaks, a triangular shaped cluster of small lakes. And then Biggin Hill, which is elevation 599 feet, and we'll take runway 21, which has a right hand circuit, so we have to fly overhead as a join. And then turn back and make an overhead. So, okay, so we have to fly over the airfield first, and then turn back and make an overhead join at 2,600 feet. Okay. Let's orient ourselves in the cockpit. Haven't been in this in quite some time. So standby batteries, alternator, avionics master, lighting, put the taxi lights on, fuel switch, pump, pitot heat, there's the outside air temperature. Is it on the wing? Okay, I think it's going to be in front of me on the glass cockpit. So outside air temperature is 15 degrees C, so we should be fine. Transponder is set to VFR. It is transmitting altitude. Controls also responding, free and correct. Let's check visually. Yep. And flaps. Flaps indicator corresponding. Throttle mixture, alternate air. Okay. So let's it's going to be heading 282 degrees as we depart. for 0.83 miles. Then heading east 0.84 degrees for 4.83 miles, 2 minutes 20. And then 118 degrees, so slight right turn, eastbound towards the golf course at Chipping Barnet, all of the time staying below 2,500 feet. So we're heading east, which is odd, so we will go for 2,400, 2,300 I should say, or 2,100. Okay. Do a little bit of a run-up test. Make sure, can't have that annoying me all the time, so let's just switch it to offline. Fuel flows in the green, oil pressures in the green, temps in the green, VACs in the green, fuel quantities balanced. So where did we say the fuel pump was? Fuel switch pumps there, fuel selectors, right, left, we're waiting to win level flight. Okay, let's do this. Enough procrastinating. Where's the parking brake? There's the fuel valve. It's a parking brake right there. Yep. Right underneath. The yoke not in the most helpful position, so they're clear. Parking brake off. Let's taxi. We're departing runway 28. Okay, we're rolling. Gentle breeze from the windsock. Runway 26. We'll hold here, check to make sure there's nothing else in the pattern. Tune our radios. No, there's no ATC in this. So we will simulate Elstree traffic, Golf Bravo Echo Lima Victor, holding short runway 26 for a departure to the east, flight level 021. It's not a flight level, but called our intention. So east, 24 seconds after liftoff once we see the M1. and then it's going to be a right hand turn, .084, 2 minutes 2 minutes 20. Okay. LC traffic, Golf Bravo Echo Lima Victor, lining up runway 26. Okay, so let's set takeoff flaps. We don't need flaps in the 152. We easily rotate and transition to flight, but let's make everything easy for ourselves. We're going to be looking for the M1, going to cross it, then we're looking for the golf course. Okay, so we're short of the runway. This isn't usable runway, so let's inch forward. Needing a little bit more power to the slight gradient. Okay. Slowly apply full power. Airspeed alive. V1. Rotate. Positive rate of climb. .500 feet, passing 600, flaps up. There's the M1, right hand turn, 20 degrees bank. Heading 084. Passing 1,000 feet. $1,300, rolling out. .084 degrees for 2 minutes. And 20 seconds. $1,600 feet. We're looking for the golf course. At the golf course, turn right 118 degrees. 2,100 feet. We'll level off here. Airspeed. Climbing. We'll pull the mixture back. Come back on throttle a bit. Take it out to 2,300. Okay, is that the reservoir up ahead? Two large bodies of water. Reservoir in the middle of it. Okay, check our altitude. Okay, there's the London skyline to the right. Winds are making it interesting, holding the altitude. That's back at 2,100. We dropped below it for a while. Okay, so you can definitely feel the nose rising. Locate the reservoirs to the south, two larger bodies. Look for the traffic to and from the Poplar Stapleton airfield on our left. I don't see the airfield, and I don't want to spend too much time looking for it. Okay, at 2,300 feet. Okay, so at the reservoir, we're going to head 085 to Brentwood. Altitude creeping up again. Cannot straight up into the Class A airspace. Okay, we're going to cross straight over the reservoir. Still don't see the airfield, but more importantly, don't see any traffic. Okay, we're about to cross the airfield, and at the airfield, our next turn is in 3 seconds to 085. So continue looking for the traffic. Rolling out. cruise level 085 degrees. Take a bit more power out, we're still inclined to climb slightly. Okay, so we're going to be on this track for a minute. Until we see the M25 junction. Still see the London skyline. Plane wanting to roll left slightly. Okay, back at 2,300 feet. So we're running parallel to the Thames, which you can see on the right hand side. There's Canary Wharf. Holding about 2,260 feet. Okay, just want to put in a little bit of right aileron trim if I can. Counteract this tendency to turn left. Okay, we've dropped down to 2,200 feet, so I've got to be conscious of that. Overcast up ahead, but we've still got good visibility. So airfield to our left. Okay, so M25 should be coming up ahead of us soon. The haze just cleared up. Now at the M25, junction 29, we need to pick out the motorway and follow it. We'll leave Brentford on a heading 192, following the M25. Eyelash, stick me in the eye. It's still on a track 085. Lost a bit of altitude, so let's get it back. We just crossed, there we go, M25 junction down at our right. There, can't mistake that. Okay, and so we're going to make a right hand turn to 192 degrees. Do it nice and gently. .20 degrees bank. Start rolling wings level. .192 degrees. (2,300 feet). All indicators still in the green. Okay, and so we're going to follow this 3 minutes, 6.45 miles. It's the Thames at the Dartford crossing. Queen Elizabeth II Bridge, which is just up there off our nose. Took a little bit of power out. Just moved up to 2,360. Okay, and so from here it's 178 degrees. No, 189 degrees. Next track is 178 degrees. Don't need to be too concerned about our track. We've got the visual reference point, which is the bridge up on our nose. Still below controlled airspace. Okay, and so at the bridge, looking out for traffic coming in the opposite direction, we will then take a left hand turn 178 degrees for 6.3 miles, 3.4 minutes. Okay, check altitude. At 2,400, so take a little bit of power out, get a gradual descent going. Get that down to 2,300. Okay, coming up on our next turn, which is 178 degrees. And that's going to be for 3 minutes, 25 seconds. And we will be looking for Brands Hatch. Still looking out for traffic. Just below 2,300 feet, so we'll leave altitude where it is. Okay, we're at our turning point, so left hand turn, 178 degrees. Roll wings level. For 3 minutes. When we get to Brands Hatch, be a right hand turn to 214 degrees. Making out the circuit shouldn't be too difficult, should be quite a distinct profile against the landscape. But 2 more minutes on this track. I think I see the circuit up ahead, but I could be imagining it. We're heading south now, and then we're going to be heading west, so we can go to even altitudes. So we're down at 2,200. Yeah, that's definitely the circuit on our nose. Make out paddock buildings. Okay, about 1 more minute on this and we should be overhead Brands Hatch. There you can see the sand as you go through paddock down to Druids. So right hand turn 214 degrees coming up. Okay, it's a gentle right hand turn. That's going to be 214 degrees for 5 nautical miles, so 2 minutes. Okay, roll wings level. Time check. So 2 minutes 40 seconds. We're looking out for 7 Oaks. Triangular cluster of small lakes. It's on the nose. In from Seven Oaks, it's going to be a right turn 297 degrees to Biggin Hill. There we are, Seven Oaks right in front of us. So, runway 21, right hand circuit, fly overhead and join at 2,600 feet. So, get ready on our right hand turn. Make a gentle right hand turn, 297 degrees. We'll start a gradual climb. Okay, time to bring the wings level. Two 297 degrees. Okay, so it's fly over the airfield, then join 2,600 feet, right hand circuit, so left hand side of the airfield's the dead side. At the airfield right there on our nose. Biggin Hill traffic, Golf Bravo Echo Lima Victor, 3 nautical miles to the east, joining overhead for a right hand pattern landing runway 21. So we're at 2,500 feet, so let's get up to 2,600 before we pass overhead. Got plenty of visibility and separation from the clouds, so don't have to worry about straying into IMC. 2,560 feet, 2,580, 2,600 feet. For runway 21. Okay, so we're crossing runway 21. Okay, so fly overhead, then turn back make an overhead join. So right hand turn, we'll do right hand turn and join on the upwind leg. Biggin Hill traffic, Golf Bravo Echo Lima Victor, 2 miles north of the airport, joining overhead upwind leg for a runway 21 full stop landing. Okay. So all checks, fuel balanced, landing gear is fixed. Give ourselves plenty of manoeuvring. Need to make sure we don't stray over the town. Biggin Hill traffic, Golf Bravo Echo Lima Victor, turning right crosswind, runway 21. Maintain 2,600, roll out on a heading 290. Biggin Hill traffic, Golf Bravo Echo Lima Victor, turning right downwind. Okay. Let's start bringing back our airspeed. Rolling out 030. Gradual descent. And my VR just went black for a second. That was highly disconcerting. Okay, making a gradual descent. I'm going to bring the power back so we can get to approach speed and get the flaps down. First stage of flaps. Digging Hill traffic, Golf Bravo, Echo Lima Victor, turning base, runway 21, 0. It's actually runway 21, don't know why I added the 0. We'll go to landing flaps. Oh, didn't mean to go to landing flaps. Golf Bravo, Echo Lima Victor, turning right, final, runway 21. Now we'll go landing flaps. And power back. Okay, Pappy says we're high. I knew we were high. A bit of crosswind. There you go.
500.
Start to shallow out our descent. Flare. Gonna hold it. Floating. Gonna hold it. Hold it. Track the center line. Retract the flaps. Apply a little bit of brake to bring our speed down, but not a lot. Don't need to come to a full stop. Looking for the taxiway to our right. No, it's to our left. I think there's one to our right. Biggin Hill traffic, Golf Bravo, Echo Lima Victor, clear runway 21. Okay. When we come to a stop, lesson should end. Brakes. There we go. Leg complete. Okay, now for our next leg. It's L Street to Shoreham. So we're gonna climb to precisely 2,400 feet to stay below the London TMA, but above the winch launch height for gliders that operate from Kenley. Okay, we've got to be conscious of that. Epsom Downs is, so we're going to depart heading 251, 5 nautical miles, 2 minutes 26 seconds to the Kenley airfield. That's where you need to be at 2,400 feet, at which point we will then take a right hand turn onto 275 degrees for 6 nautical miles, 2 minutes 54 seconds to Epsom Downs. We should be cruising at 2,300 feet, and then we will turn left 249 degrees for 13 nautical miles to Guildford, and then at Guildford a left turn 166 degrees, beg your pardon, 7 nautical miles track, 3 minutes 27 to Dunsfold, home of Top Gear apparently. We will then slight left 153 degrees for 6.6 nautical miles, 3 minutes 14 seconds to Billinghurst. Mustn't stray east, of course, as we're skimming the edge of the Gatwick control area, so we're still limited to below 2,500 feet. And then it's a 165 degree turn, so bank right for 6.8 nautical miles, 3 minutes 19 seconds to the Washington intersection, again looking out for gliders soaring along the downs. We'll then make our way to the visual reference point, which is a roundabout, okay, at Parham. Then it's left to 133 degrees, 5.49 nautical miles, just 2 minutes 39 second leg to Lancing College, which we should see on the hilltops. Then a right hand turn 163 degrees, it's a very short track, 0.69 miles or 20 seconds, and that will take us to Shoreham, which is an elevation, field elevation of 7 feet, so at 2,000 feet we join, again flying overhead first, then we can turn back, perform the overhead join, runway 20, okay. So even though we just landed this bird, we had a comfort break, we're refueled, checking controls, free, responding, check the flaps again, and the flaps indicator, check the stabilizer and the elevator. Okay, check fuel levels, we're full, oil pressures and temperature in the green, so it's vacuum. Okay, we are good to go. So departing 251 degrees. So can I see the windsock from here? Okay, no, but let's parking brake is off. Slowly apply some power. Get ourselves moving, and we'll taxi back, depart runway 21, same runway we landed at. Don't see any other traffic manoeuvring. And we of course are in a Cessna 172, not a 152. Okay, now we're rolling, can pull the power back. Okay, which Garmin unit is this? Is this the G1000? I only know the 750 by sight and the 550, is it? And the 350? Or am I just making them up? I'm probably just making them up. Okay, well, keep an eye out for other traffic on the taxiway. None. I must say, in all of the other iterations of Flight Simulator, so the 2000, X, everything before, I wasn't really a fan of the Cessnas, but probably because I didn't have a good controller, so couldn't maintain good control of the aircraft. But I really like it in this. Okay, hold short so we don't cross the runway. Check for traffic. No traffic in the pattern. Again, taking a little bit of power to get us rolling, to get over that rolling resistance. Okay, now it's going, can pull the power back again. So again, got flaps to take off. Oil pressures and temps look good. Vac looks good. Fuel balanced. Okay, the windsock. Winds are very low. Okay, let's not cross again. Make sure there is nothing in the pattern. We're going to depart 251 degrees for 5 nautical miles, 2 minutes. We need to climb to 2,400 feet as we approach Kenley Airfield. Okay. Elstree traffic, Golf Bravo, Echo Lima Victor, joining runway 21 for a departure to the west. Okay, nothing on finals, nothing in the circuit. Okay. Apply power gently. Track the center line. Airspeed alive. V1. Nose coming up. Positive rate of climb. Take a right turn, 251 degrees. .300 feet above airfield elevation. Flaps going up. L-Street traffic. Golf Bravo Echo Lima Victor leaving the pattern to the west 1,100 feet. Well, okay, I forgot. I haven't applied significant rudder input, so game does that weird thing, recognizing my pedals, doesn't like the configuration I've got. Okay, so we'll intercept our track. .251 degrees. For 2 minutes. Let's get up to 2,400 feet. Passing 2,100 feet. Got some crosswind going on, so to compensate, 2,300 feet. Okay, 2,400 feet. Level out. Then it's going to be a right turn to 275 as we pass over Kenley Airfield, which is right below us. So right hand turn. We're at 2,400 feet precisely. Wings level. We're on this track for 2 minutes 54 seconds. Don't see any gliders, don't see any other traffic. Adjusting throttle to maintain 2,400. again compensating for the crosswind. We are looking for Epsom Downs. We can now cruise at 2,300 feet, so I can remove some power, get a shallow descent. Mustn't rush it. Making gradual power adjustments and then wait for the engine RPM to match the throttle selection, then wait for the aircraft. Here we go, we're going to intercept 2,300 feet. feet. Okay, so Epsom Downs up ahead. Make out the buildings, the large grandstands. I definitely couldn't see those the first time I flew this. I wasn't able to have the graphics set to this level. Can clearly make out Epsom Downs, clearly make out the grandstands. Okay, and then at Epsom Downs we're going to go left to 249 degrees. Okay, so left turn coming up. Okay, heading 249. Let's get back to 2,300 feet. We're at 2,200. 220. Okay, and so this is a 13 nautical mile track, so 6 minutes. Takes us to Guildford. We're going to pass over Leatherhead and continue onwards to Guildford, the large town. Assuming that it will stand out cleanly on the nose. But yeah, I didn't like this plane in any early iteration of the sim, but I'll put that squarely down to the controls. Right now it's probably had a lot of development go into the flight model and stuff, so there's no way that it's not performing better. It is performing better, but purely fingertip controls now, the kind of inputs that it was always describing in the manuals, and I couldn't understand how anyone ever managed to execute it, because I could never get the game to respond to me so that I could maintain altitude, headings, airspeeds, and feel under control. So this was a 6 minute trek. We're 2 minutes in. So this Leatherhead below us, and that Guildford up there on the nose. Air currents wanting to push us slightly to the left and up. We're creeping up to 2,400 feet, so tiny throttle adjustment, and then wait. A younger Mark would have made another input because the altimeter wasn't registering a change in altitude, but a more mature Mark was like, wait for it, made the input, heard the engine pitch change, wait for the physics to catch up. Okay, that's definitely Guildford on the nose now. We're 3 minutes into this track. And then at Guildford, we will turn left 166 degrees for 7 nautical miles or 3 minutes to Dunsfold. Okay, bang on 2,300 feet again. Tap the throttle forward again. Trim us for level flight. I wish the stream looked as clear and sharp as it does in the Climax 8 KX. To be fair, if the stream's at 1080p, it probably, excuse me, is very close. But in both Flight Simulator and DCS, the amazing crystal clear, what's the word I'm looking for? Crystal clear clarity that you get looking through glass panels. It's just beautiful. So Guildford on the nose. We've got about 1 minute 30 left on this track. At 2,260 feet, so well within tolerance for our cruising level of 2,300. Fuel flows in the green, oil pressures and temps in the green, vacuums in the green, fuel levels looking very good. Aircraft's nice and responsive. - 2,280 feet now, so need to make sure we don't overshoot. So a slight decrease in throttle. So we're what, 6 minutes into the track now. Less than a minute to go. We're definitely passing overhead Guildford. Unless this is Leatherhead. No, this is Guildford. Yeah, definitely. Size of it. Okay, so we'll have a left-hand turn coming up. any second now. Probably start making it. Yeah, there we go. So left hand turn to 166 degrees. Maintaining our altitude. Visibility's coming down a bit. Not a lot. Just a bit of haze. You can still see clearly through it. Might actually just be the sun. He was making it a really shallow turn into our heading on 166. Make sure we leave Guildford on the right track. One 170, 697, wings level 166, 2,360 feet. So let's tap the throttle back slightly. Let the plane stabilize again at level flight. So absolute visibility to the right and left, almost to the horizon. Forward visibility, you can still see the horizon, but we're skirting just below these clouds, so it's drifting up 2,350 feet. So at the upper level of the 50-foot tolerance I want to stay between. So just drop engine power just slightly so we can drift back down to 2,300 feet. Keeping a lookout for traffic. Okay, this leg was a 3-minute leg, 3 minutes 27 seconds. So we're going to have a left turn coming up soon, just to 153 degrees. Which is Dunsfold. Is that it there on the nose? Looks like it. Home of Top Gear. So overhead, we will then turn left to 153 degrees for 6.69 nautical miles. 3 minutes. So back at 2,300 feet. So got to keep a scan of the visual arcs for traffic, whilst also scanning instruments for aircraft health, and to make sure that we're actually navigating and onto track. So Dunsford below us, make it out clearly. It's going to disappear below the nose. 2,280 feet, so altitude is fine. So we'll start a shallow turn to the left, 153 degrees. Start rolling the wings level, 155 degrees. kiss the bottom of these clouds again. 154, 153. Inched up to 2,380 feet through that turn, so just get it back to 2,300. So this track, 3 minutes 14 seconds. We're looking for Billinghurst. Got to make sure that we don't stray east, which is to port, to our left. Otherwise we end up in the Gatwick TMA. We're at 2,340 feet, so we're below the 2,500 feet base of Class A. So if we're going to drift off track, it's much better to drift off track to the west rather than to the east. Okay, got about another minute 30 on this track, and then it's going to be a left turn a right turn to 165. Correction. Okay, altitude's good. It's 2,280 feet, so we just a fraction off pegging 2,300. Okay, so that's Billinghurst, just there at our 11 o'clock. And at Billinghurst, it's a right turn 165. We'll come off Billinghurst at 165. Go overhead Billinghurst. As we're approaching it from the west, we know we haven't drifted east. As we could see it, just make sure to go a little west of track, just to be safe. Okay, so as we pass over, turn right to 165 degrees. And then this track is 6.88 nautical miles, 3 minutes 20. We're looking for the Washington intersection. Gotta look out for gliders. that the intersection up ahead? You can see the coast on the horizon. Okay, so that's the intersection. So we will have a left-hand turn coming up to 133 degrees. Don't want to lose sight of the intersection under the nose. So I'm just going to keep it on the left hand side, slight right bank. And then as we pass overhead, left turn 133 degrees. Making sure not to drift up to 2,500 feet. You can clearly see the coast now. So left turn 133 degrees. Roll the nose level, roll the wings level. Okay, and then this track is 2 minutes 39 seconds. And it's to Lancing College, building on the hilltop. There you go, just there at our 11 o'clock. Again, couldn't see this the last time we did this flight with the 3080 and the Pimax 5K. Just couldn't get the graphics up high enough. Okay, so at Lancing College, it's a right turn to 163 degrees. For 20 seconds, it's 0.69 track. Elevation at Shoreham is 7 feet, so joining altitude is 2,000. Again, it's an overhead join. We'll fly overhead first, then turn back and perform an overhead join 2,000 feet to runway 20. There's the college. Yeah, let me move the nose so you can see it. There. Just there. Across. Okay. No, it's not. Is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Don't doubt yourself. Okay. So, going to be 163 degrees coming up soon. Bringing ourselves down to 2,000 feet. Okay, bang on, well, 2020. There's a runway, or the airfield I should say, right below us. So flight overhead. And then right 163. Okay, right 163. There it is, and runway 20. Okay, there it is. So we are overhead. So Shoreham traffic, Golf Bravo, Echo Lima Victor, overhead, 2,000 feet. We'll be making right turn from the overhead join into the pattern, landing runway 20, right hand turns. Okay. So, should be left hand turns unless stated otherwise, Mark. You can correct that. So let's do our turn. We're at 2,000 feet. Let's not lose any altitude as we make the turn. We won't rush the turn. Slight back pressure so the nose doesn't drop just because the right wing dipped. Okay, airfield. We will do, yeah, we will still do right hand. Stay away from the town. 2,020 feet. Actually, we'll go, yeah. No, we'll do left hand turns. Okay, so back on the power. No, we're going to stick to the right hand turns. So we will join the pattern do left hand turns. I'll stop being indecisive, we'll do left hand turns. So we will start a descent. We're joining crosswind Show them traffic, Golf Bravo, Echo Lima Victor. Joining the pattern. Crosswind, altitude 1,800 feet. Runway 21. Okay. There's the mouse. Okay, there you go. That's why my throttle's not responding. There. Okay, I was trying to reduce power and it just wasn't responding because the mouse was hovering over the panel. Showing traffic, Echo Lima Victor, downwind, 1,500 feet. Okay, so bring the power back so that we can get into first stage of flaps. Okay, fuel looking good, temperature's looking good, pressure's looking good. Okay, first stage flaps. Showing traffic, Echo Lima Victor, turning base, runway 21, 1,000 feet. And we'll next stage flaps. Showing traffic, Golf Bravo, Echo Lima Victor, turning final, runway 21. Okay, and landing flaps. Okay, gear is fixed down. Oil pressures, temperature's looking good. Fuel is fine. Happy says we're still a bit high, but we're looking good. We should intercept the 3-degree glide soon. Make sure we don't fall to stall speed too soon. There we go. Apply just a little bit of power on the 3-degree. Fine. Not going to fight it. Just hold the nose here. And we're down. Flaps can come up. Just a tiny bit of brakes. Not a lot. Got plenty of runway available. Okay, so it's grass taxiways. We're going to take this taxiway though. Show 'em traffic, Golf Bravo, Echo Lima Victor, clear runway 21. And we will taxi to the ramp. And that's the UK bush trip. Unless there's a third leg. I meant to go over there. But no, I see him up ahead. There he is. Our marshal with the toe. Make sure we don't get bogged down. Add a little bit of power.